And I like this cream color, even though you probably won't be able to see it on paper, but it like reminds me of my skin tone in January.
Okay. Like cute and will not delete later.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Dominique Parker.
Okay.
Go by Parker most of the time. But like all my friends from home call me Dom.
Okay. So how old are you?
I just turned 24.
Okay. And 24 years old, you feel good? You feel crazy? How do you feel?
I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's a good place to be. Okay, so Dom, who are you on a soul level?
On a soul level, I'm a baby. Like, okay, more of like a toddler, because I'm aware that I've got to grow into something, but I feel like I'm just reaching like the beginning phases of like being aware of who I am and kind of what direction I want to go in.
Okay. Is there anything that's happened in the past or anything that's going on right now that's kind of like contributed to how you feel being a baby?
Yeah. I guess it's kind of just one of those things like you don't know how either lost you are or how far you have to go until you get on the path and you're like, wow, like I thought it was gonna be so easy, you know, you go to school, you get your degree, and then boom, like
Yeah.
I'm ready for life. And then it's 2 years of me like being out of college, and I'm like, yeah, I had no idea, like this is like the plate I've been handed.
Yeah.
So I've been humbled tremendously. And I feel like that's why I like say myself as like a baby or like a toddler, because it's like, you know, yeah, like I'm out here, but I have a long way to go before I reach or touch things that I thought were instantly going to be given to me.
I feel that.
Like your level of success and progress and like worth, like everything gets reevaluated. You start to measure things differently, because like if I lived my life based on what like I thought was successful like a year ago, then I'd be nowhere.
For real though.
So yeah.
So I'm gonna get you to draw. I want you to pick colors that represent you and things that make you happy.
My favorite color is purple.
Okay. That's always been my favorite color, so I feel that.
So I can, all right. So I picked like 3 different colors of purple.
Okay.
Just because I like it so much, I like all variations. I'm gonna go with like a pink, just because it catches my eye.
Goes with your shirt.
It does. Shout out Biggie. I also really like green. Always reminds you of money. And I like this cream color, even though you probably won't be able to see it on paper, but it like reminds me of my skin tone in January.
Okay. That is valid.
And I always like to pick like a black for like an outline, I guess, if I have to like actually write something.
Okay.
This is so much pressure.
Don't
Now I'm
worry
like, why
about
did I
it.
pick these colors?
It's okay.
None of them go together. Okay.
Okay. First question. What makes you the most upset? Like, what really pisses you off?
That's a hard question. I'm a very emotional person. Like, I can cry like in 10 seconds if you
Same.
let me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what like makes me angry? I don't know. Like, okay. I guess being disappointed or like if I'm really into something, like I definitely like work like really hard for it. Like in the past I've defined myself as an extremist, like all in or nothing, and like lately I've been working on my balance. So I guess like being disappointed at something that I've worked really hard for, or almost a sense of unfairness, like if like I feel like people are like treated unfairly, like I guess I just get upset in general, and it like angers me if I can't necessarily do anything to alter the situation.
Okay. So, what excites you more than anything? What makes you really happy?
As cliche as it sounds, I've like really learned to like find joy in like little things.
Okay.
Like the weather. Like I love when I wake up and it's like my favorite kind of day outside.
What's your favorite kind of day?
I love gloomy days.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard that before. That is not weird at all.
Okay.
It's not
Because
weird.
my mom is like, oh my god, I haven't seen the sun, I'm gonna die.
And you're like, this is perfect,
Yeah, and I'm like,
actually.
there's clouds everywhere. So yeah, I love when it's like partially cloud, or like today,
Yeah.
like you cannot see the sun even though there's light, but like I don't know, it's perfect. Like,
Yeah.
the weather's perfect. I kind of love it to be cold.
Me too.
Yeah, so
Definitely a fall person.
fall, winter.
Yeah.
I love that first snow, all that jazz.
Okay. What are you most afraid of?
I don't want to say I'm fearless,
Mhm.
but not a whole lot scares me.
That's good.
I mean, I'm definitely like afraid of being homeless,
Yeah.
like, or not ever like being able to be like self-substantial. But that's more of like a financial fear.
Yeah.
Which I guess like makes sense being like a young adult. Like more of like pressure though.
Yeah.
I feel pressure from it. I'm not necessarily afraid of it. Cause like it's possible. It's just like, all right, like how am I gonna get there? Like me personally, like what am I gonna have to do to be able to be self-sufficient? So that's probably my biggest fear. Yeah.
Okay. I feel that. Make a face that explains you. Like if you were a facial expression, what would it be?
I'd probably be the upside down like
Smile.
emoji.
What does that emoji mean to you?
I feel like it's like my reaction face to a lot of things. Like when I'm just like, wow, like someone really just said that, or like, wow, like that's awkward, because I feel like I'm a really awkward person. So like a lot of times I'm just like, okay. Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite song right now?
Doomed. I'm gonna. That's why I started laughing. But I heard it on an episode of Grey's Anatomy and I Shazammed it and I have not stopped listening to it like the past 3 days.
Is it on the newer seasons of Grey's?
It's like season 14. Hold on, I'm gonna see who it's by.
Yeah, see who it's by, because I'm gonna go listen to it. I used to love Grey's. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and listen to that. I haven't watched Grey's in so long, and I used to be obsessed with it. Okay. Explain to me what social media is to you. Like, what do you think about it?
Lately it's kind of just been like a social thing. Like, I only have Snapchat, which is kind of dying down, and Instagram right now. I deactivated my Twitter a couple months ago just because I was on it so much. Even though that's like the best laugh that you can get.
Black Twitter is pretty grand.
It's like untouchable, but it's like so easy to like get consumed in, you know. But it's really just like something to pass the time, something to stay updated on friends that live across the country now, see people's face, and like my wax lady, that's how I get a hold of her. Like, so it's like, I guess, business and social for me.
Yeah.
I don't really like take it as seriously as I used to. Like, if I don't get a certain amount of likes on a picture, I might leave it up there.
Right. Like, cute and will not delete later.
Yeah. I thought it was cute. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Like, screw all of you who weren't online at 8 p.m.
And the algorithms too, though.
Yeah,
so now
like,
you can't even think like that people don't like it because they see it a week later and you're like, I posted this a long time ago. You just liking this, but it's literally because Instagram.
They decide
has changed
so much of like how stuff gets viewed now. So I don't have the energy to keep up with it anymore. I feel like I'm getting old really fast.
Yeah. So what is the most challenging thing you've gone through?
So my freshman year of college, I was raped. And that was the first time I ever had sex. Like, I lost my virginity. And the only two people who knew about it for the longest time were the two friends that I went to that party with. So that was like my biggest secret from 2013 till like 2019. So, and it's crazy because like now, like I used to like not say anything, like not talk about it, and now like obviously like it still affects me. Like, I'm not saying that I don't have like, you know, like some type of feeling about it, but like now I kind of like talk about it just because I feel like I was silenced for so long. And I'm like, no, like this happens way more often than people think. And there's like, I could be talking to some girl who's afraid to tell her story just like I was. And it's like, honey, the longer you hold that in, the more it's going to eat you up inside.
It's true.
Like, and that's what I was, you know, feeding myself to like block out. Like I said, I grew up in a Christian household. Like, my virginity was everything to me. So, like, I was one of the, like, I went into college, like, yeah, like, I'm gonna save myself from marriage. Like, that's how I was raised. That's what I wanted to do. And I felt like this huge piece of me was just, like, ripped out, like, taken from me. And now I'm kind of like, stuff happens. Like, who are you to say that you should be, like, unscathed from some type of thing in your life, you know? Like, people get diagnosed with cancer, like, who live healthy lifestyles, you know? It's just like, who are we to think that we're not supposed to go through anything? Like, why is this happening to me? Well, stuff happens to everyone. Like, how many accidents are there on 95 every single day?
Right.
So it was like, definitely one of those things where it not only like woke me up, like, okay, like you're gonna face trials and adversity, like just because, you know, you were this perfect little Christian girl, like, you know, you're not gonna go through life. Like, no, honey, like
Shit's gonna happen.
we all go through things, yeah,
Yeah.
and we all have to like overcome something. And ultimately it does like make you stronger, all those good things.
Thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
What is one of the hardest conversations you've had to have?
I guess like having that conversation with my mom. Just like
And how long did you wait before you told your mom?
6 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I kind of felt like I was like sent away to college like with not enough like information, or like I never had the talk with my parents, and like I wasn't allowed to like have that sex ed class in school. Like, you know, your parents had to like sign off. Yeah, my parents never signed the paper. I had a lot of resentment build up like from my family. And we got into this huge fight one day, and she was like, I don't understand, like why are you so angry? And then I just like said it one day. I was just like, you threw me into the wolves. Pretty much, like you threw a lamb into the wolves. And I was jaded, like completely.
Yeah.
And you know, like it definitely took like me and my mom went to therapy together. Like we're great now.
Yeah.
She's one of my best friends, biggest role models. But it was just it was eye-opening on both ends of the spectrum. Like if you talk to any parent, they're gonna say parenting is the hardest job that they've ever had. But like I guess like there's no rule book. Like nobody knows like how they're supposed to raise their kid to be like who they want them to be, or be who they're supposed to be. And that's a hard conversation to have with your mom, who you've hid so much of yourself from for so long.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What don't you want to tell people but know you should share because it could help someone else?
I feel like I already shared it.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like, that's kind of like one of those things where I really just don't care anymore. Just because I know I'm so comfortable, not comfortable, but like I've accepted so much of myself up to this point that it's like, I know I make other people feel uncomfortable when I talk about it, but it's like, I kind of don't care, because there's always someone in the room that's gonna be like, oh my God, like, you too, you know? Also, I've really had to become comfortable with being how tall I am. And
How tall are you?
Without shoes, 6 feet flat. And for a female, that's like a really hard thing to accept. Like the new movie on Netflix, Tall Girl.
I saw that. I didn't watch it, but I watched
It's
the preview.
actually really funny and extremely relatable.
Okay.
Yeah, like I would definitely recommend that. Like if you don't know what it's like to be like the tall girl in your class.
Oh,
like,
I do, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 5'8", but at the same time,
like to me, 5'8" is the ideal height.
Listen, I was like 5'5" in the 5th grade. Like I
get
got
that.
all of my height early. So when I was watching the preview for that movie and she liked the dude and he was like, well, finally the cute dude who was tall came in.
Yeah, and I was like, thank God,
But
like where have you been?
The short guy who like loved her.
Yeah.
You know, and I just remember being so much taller than all of the guys and always being like the sister and not like the girl that like they wanted to talk to. I should watch that and cry. Like reminisce about my childhood.
I laughed like the whole thing. Like it was just, yeah, that's a good watch.
Okay. Wait, how did we get on that? Is that what
you asked me? I don't know.
What do you want to share because it'll help somebody? Oh yeah, being tall.
Oh
Is that
yeah, like it's hard out here for a pimp. Like I had to find, like now I only like buy my jeans from ASOS because they have like a tall range of
I love
clothing.
ASOS.
Yeah.
Is that where you got your jeans right now?
No, these are H&M. But
I like them.
you can't beat the $9.99.
I legit just bought like 2 pairs.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, H&M and American Eagle. Like I'll slide in those places for like
tall jeans
when I don't feel like spending $75 to get free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow, I have ADHD, so like talking and drawing is like really
No,
hard.
it's okay. It's hard for everyone. But moral of the story, tall girls are not alone. We feel you.
Yes, I feel all of your pain. Like, prime example, I like work at the Converse store like part-time. And I went out with this guy one time, like, and he came in my store the other day. It was so uncomfortable, and like he was like joking with my manager because I guess my manager just thought he was like a random customer or whatever, and he instantly like started like saying like jokes and stuff about my height. And my manager like over time was like, oh yeah, like they know each other, they're cool, like, so he kind of like walked off, and the guy like kept going. Like it was like, yeah, it started to like make a scene, and like customers were, and I'm like at the front register like trying to do my job.
Went out, and then he came into your store and started just making randomly a scene about your height.
Yeah, and he was like, I kind of just like was standing there, and I like zoned out, and like he said something along the lines of like, yeah, can you imagine like taking her out on a date and she like shows up in the heels and like can barely fit in the door, and I was just like,
what?
Homie, you just paid for my meal like 2 weeks ago. But like, it was, I was so embarrassed.
How
like,
tall is he?
He's probably like 6'4".
So it's not even like he's tiny, he's just being an ass.
Yeah, it was just like super,
oh God,
I was so uncomfortable.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, it was like, and it was like, if I wasn't at work, I would have reacted completely different. Like, I would have gotten in on him as well, but it was like, all right, like, I'm not at liberty to
Did he meet you at your job?
Yeah.
So he knew how tall you were?
And he knew where I worked.
And then he decided to come back and talk crazy. Did the date go bad?
No, it was kind of just one of those things where it was like, after we hung out, it was like, yeah, this is never going to happen again.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, like neither of us hit each other up afterwards. Like, it was just like a clean break kind of thing. And yeah, and then this happened like a month later, and I'm just like...
So that's his insecurity.
I guess.
Literally.
Yeah, that's kind of like, in my mind, I'm like just telling myself like, there's nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful. You're fine. Like, and I just like walked off the floor. Like, my manager came back. He was like, we kind of like made eye contact across the store, and he like saw my face, and I was like, please get this man out of here.
Right, kick his ass out.
And I just like, I was changing out the trash bag too. So I just like picked up the trash, and I just like went to the back, like collected myself. Like, I said I was an easy cry. I was really about to start crying.
No, I mean,
but I was like, I'm really about to cry over this.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna give this man that much power. Yeah, over my
Right.
emotions right now. And yeah, it was just like super uncomfortable. Like,
that's crazy.
yeah, that was so awkward.
That's crazy. Okay. We don't like you, whoever you are, that guy.
I didn't even remember his name at the
Right.
time.
So, mystery guy.
Yeah.
Sending out an e-slap to you. What is something about you that you think people misunderstand? Like, if you felt misunderstood about one thing over and over and over again, like, what is something that you want people to understand about you?
I think over time I've often been like misunderstood about my sexuality. Like it like all goes hand in hand, like my personality and like sometimes my size, like people just assume that I'm like a stud or like I'm gay or whatever, cuz like am I'm a tomboy. I'm not necessarily a feminine female.
Okay.
So people just kind of like, and especially with everybody being like so open about everything nowadays,
Yeah.
like sometimes people kind of just like assume that I'm gay and I'm not. Especially ever since I cut my hair off, like that was like, oh yeah, she's definitely on that team, like.
And you're like, no,
but
I'm not.
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, so not that I have a problem with it. Like I have a bunch of gay friends, but like
Yeah. But it's not who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's been weird to me like how many people have either like asked me over the years or just like assumed that I was like bi. Like people used to always like assume that me and my best friend were like secretly a thing. And we'd be like,
Right.
for real?
No.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's missing?
What's missing? I still have no idea, like, necessarily what career path is, like, meant for me. And I know nowadays, like, it can be multiple.
Yeah.
Like, because what do they tell you? You need, like, 5 streams of income to be, like, secure, successful. Like, all right, I've got,
To be like a millionaire.
I've
yeah.
got, like, 1.5.
Right.
So,
Word.
yeah. What's missing? The love of my life.
Same.
Like, as much as I, like, try to put love and all that good stuff on the back burner, like, it's in all of us.
Yeah.
We're all looking for that one person to, like, complete my heart.
Yeah. And you over here watching Grey's, so like that helps nothing at all.
Oh my god, the more I watch it, the more confused I am. Like, well, should I go back?
Right.
Like, should we try this again? Should I start over? Like,
Right.
Oh my god, that's... could talk about that for days. What's missing? My house that I'm supposed to have, and my cats, and my like perfect family. When you wake up to Christmas morning and you're like, this is why nothing ever worked out. That's all non-present.
And you're 24, so you have so much time.
Yeah, I keep
You can
telling
also
myself,
put that out. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know
Because for
what?
you to have a house and a whole family and your cats to wake up on Christmas morning at 24, that is
It's
either
like-
the 1940s or
Bruh.
like so rare.
Like, who created this timeline? Like, in high school, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna be married by the time I graduate college. Now it's like, I can have a kid at 35, right? Like,
Yeah, and people are
If I
like
want
there are
one,
more
if
and
I can
more people.
afford one by
Yeah,
then.
that is the biggest thing. Like, can you
So-
afford this human? Like, biggest question.
yeah, prob's not.
Right? Like, can I afford myself? Probs not.
There we go. Can
Like,
I afford
45%.
my own habits?
No.
No.
I cannot.
Barely.
Barely.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's a lot missing. But at the same time, the older I get, the more I realize that what I thought was missing didn't need to be there. So it's like an unknown bisque like of what is supposed to be in your life, you know? Like, we think we have this idea or this like envision in our minds of what we think we need, what we think is supposed to be there, like what we want to fill up the empty space with. And the more time goes on, like stuff just gets eliminated, stuff gets replaced, and it's like,
Right.
I guess that's why I'm like a live in the moment person, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna need a year from now.
For real. Oh my God. When I think about, oh my God, where I was last year and where I was
A year ago, I would have never seen myself cutting my hair off. I would have never thought that I would quit my corporate job because I, like, took my mental health more personal than my paycheck. Like, so yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm missing
Right.
to sum it all up. Because I don't know who I'm going to be a year from now. I don't know what she's going to need.
Right. That was a good answer. All right, last question. So all the power goes out, but the phone screens, the TV screens, the computer screens stay on. And it's your face, like PSA, public service announcement, and then boom, the whole world can see your face.
Oh, wow. So I'm like sending out my bat signal to the world.
Basically, yeah. And like, I don't know if I haven't thought far enough in to say if this is something that you knew was gonna happen or if it's just like random, but all I know is you have the chance.
Of course I didn't know it was gonna happen.
Because then you wouldn't have done it. But you have the chance to say something to the entire world. What are you gonna say? Or what are you gonna do if you can't say anything?
I'm gonna say from my personal experiences and my testimony, I guess is the word. I think we all need to believe in God more than we think we do. Like, I've had many of days where I should not be here. And I know, like, if it weren't for a guardian angel or a hand from above, like, literally pulling me out of, like, my darkest moments, like, I would not be here. And like you said earlier, like, everyone has their own version of spirituality or whatever, but it's so personal for me. It's just one of those things where it's like, oh, we're about to get kicked out.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. Yeah, I would just say, like, as much as you think you don't need, like, that relationship, like, I promise you, like, there's either gonna come a day or an experience or like something where you're gonna feel like there's no way, like, I'm gonna make it out of this, and like, who do you turn to? Like, that's my suggestion for you. Like, yeah.
Thank you so much for doing this. This was amazing.
Course, yeah.
So fun.
I'm all about supporting the movement.
All right, what did you draw?
This is so ugly. I don't want to show this.
It's okay. Yeah, I love it. Are you serious? Let's do
Yeah,
it.
it's like
Oh, that's really good. I don't
my
hate
little
it.
budding of this person that I'm becoming, and
Yes.
the little dark pieces of myself I'm letting drop off.
Can you
That's
sign
life.
it?
Of course, yeah.
Oh my God, I love it.
I'll sign it with the one color I didn't use. Oh, I used it a little bit. I don't know. Whatever. This is Parker in the flesh.